Weekdays at 3 Eastern on the ESPN app and the SEC network.
Amber and Ian.
Tom is calling us from Pennsylvania.
Hey, how are you? Is my radio on?
You're on the radio, so I hope your radio's not on.
Okay.
Tom, you asked us if your radio was on. How am I supposed to know?
Well, I know people get feedback all the time. It's like, turn your radio off. Just want to say I'm a Dolphins fan, and I'm missing the beat down right now, so I got to get home.
Amber and Ian. Weeknights at 7 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on Sirius XM Channel 80.
Considering an online pharmacy? Explore BeSafeRx to find useful information and resources to help you purchase medicines safely online. A safe online pharmacy requires a doctor's prescription, has an address in the United States, has a licensed pharmacist, and is licensed by a state pharmacy board. It's best to stay away from online pharmacies that don't meet these criteria. Discover more helpful tips and resources at BeSafeRx. Go to fda.gov/BeSafeRx.
We're headed to the 15th now in Game 5. Tied at 2. The Tigers and the Mariners. This is the American League Division Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Okay, all signed up. Easy. Now let's run payroll. What the? Hey girl, I'm you with more gusto. Nice. Who's that? New social media manager. Hired and onboarded with gusto. And spoiler, we're kind of famous now. Wait, we're famous? Oh, well, I'm famous. Payroll, benefits, and HR. Designed and built for small businesses. Choose a future with gusto.
This is the American League Division Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
On to the 15th inning of Game 5. Top of the order for the Tigers, Carpenter, Torres, and top of the 15th inning. Neither team has scored since the 7th. And both sides have exhausted their pitching staffs. And really have exhausted everybody watching this game because it has been just tight, gut-wrenching the entire night.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's 3 up, 3 down, cruise through innings. It's guys in scoring position almost every inning, and somebody offensively has to step up because these pitchers have gotten it done and gotten out of some major jams.
Kerry Carpenter is yet to be retired tonight as Castillo fires a fastball in there for a strike. Left-handed batter, a 2-run homer for the Tigers runs back in the 6th. He has 3 singles, he's walked twice, and he fouls this one off to the left into the second deck. And it's 0-2 on Carpenter. Since he homered, the Tigers have gone 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position. Castillo, first base side of the hill. The turn, the pitch. And that's high and away, ball 1. 1-2 on Carpenter. Second player with 4 hits and 2 walks in a playoff game all time. Joining Stan Hack from 1945 as he hacks at a high fastball and comes up empty. Swing and a miss. Carpenter retired for the first time tonight. 1 out in the 15th.
And it goes chasing a high fastball up out of the zone. He's seeing the ball so well that he actually got himself out because that ball is eye level.
Here is Gleyber Torres, the right-handed batter. Mighty cut at a fastball. It's 0-1. 0 for 5 with a walk here in Game 5 for Gleyber Torres. The turn, Castillo, the 1-strike pitch. Low and away, backhanded by Raleigh on a slider. And it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Luis Castillo, the windup, the pitch. And that's up and in to Torres. It's 2 balls and a strike.
You know, we sit here and we talk about the bullpen, and now we got starters in the game. Both of these starters are ultra competitive.
The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Healthy rip and a fastball. Inner half of the plate, 2-2 on Torres. He calls for time and backs out.
Ultimately, it doesn't come down to starter, reliever. It comes down to the competitors out on the mound right now doing their best to get their team to the next series.
The kick, the 2-2. That skips through the catcher, Raleigh, bouncing the left-handed batter's box with a slider and a full count on Gleyber Torres. Castillo with the dreadlocks way down the middle of his back, out the back of his cap. The turn, the 3-2. Driven down the right side, pushing toward the corner. It is foul. Down the right field side, and it just went foul. On a ball well struck the other way by Torres, and we'll do it again.
Long fly ball that Torres initially saw it was like, that's got no chance of staying fair.
Full count, 1 out. Castillo. Motion, the pitch. Fouled off to the right. This one sails into the top deck. Do it again, 3-2. No activity in the Seattle pen. Tommy Kahnle is still up for the Tigers. 3-2. Top toward third. To his left, angling in. From near the mound and behind the mound. Suarez throws out. Torres at first, 2 outs as we pause 10 seconds. For station identification, you're listening to the American League Division Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. Riley Green, the hitter, as Castillo winds, and the first pitch is popped up. Foul behind third. Down the left field side, Arozarena over near the stands, and he makes the catch. It came back a little bit. Not much foul ground on the left side, and Arozarena goes over to make the catch and take care of Riley Green. And a 1-2-3, top of the 15th for Castillo. We're going to the bottom of the 15th inning. Tied at 2. The Tigers and the Mariners. This is the American League Division Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Can't get enough baseball? Start streaming MLB Network today. Get up to 15 out-of-market games a week live on any device. Plus 24/7 access to MLB Network's award-winning shows, including live game look-ins and exclusive player interviews. And hear live radio play-by-play from all 30 clubs with MLB at Bat. Enjoy the home of baseball from virtually anywhere. Plans start as low as $5.99 per month. Sign up now at MLBnetwork.com/stream. Available in the U.S. only. Blackout restriction applies. Visit MLB.com/subscribe for full terms and conditions.
You know that expression, put a little spring in your step? Well, whoever said it must have been talking about Glide Step hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Because with Glide Step, you get a pillow-like soft landing, then an explosive takeoff. It makes walking feel effortless. So springy, it's almost like you're floating. And speaking of effortless, have you tried hands-free Skechers slip-ins technology? Just step in, and instantly your shoes are on. No bending down and no touching. Try Glide Step hands-free Skechers slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
This is the American League Division Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
New pitcher as we go to the last of the 15th inning for the Tigers. On the mound, Tommy Kahnle. Due for the Mariners, J.P. Crawford, who was at the plate when Robles was thrown out trying to steal to end the bottom of the 14th. Crawford followed by Arozarena, and then Cal Raleigh. Because they did their second salmon race here at T-Mobile Park. Had nothing to do with the game.
I looked up, I was like, did somebody just go deep and they haven't even started the inning yet? Because this crowd is dying to erupt, have some good news.
So Jack Flaherty goes 2 innings, does not allow a hit. And now it's Kahnle, the 8th pitcher used by Detroit tonight, and the changeup specialist. Crawford will lead it off for Detroit, or rather for Seattle. Flaherty walked 3, struck out 2. It's Tommy Kahnle out there on the mound.
66 games this year, 1-5 on the season. Change-up specialist.
Here he is only for the stretch as Crawford waits, and it's a fastball.
What?
Caught everybody off guard. Ball 1 outside. 93.
That was sarcasm. He throws a fastball 16% of the time. Change-up 84%.
Here comes the 1-0 from Kahnle. Crawford takes a strike to the outer half with a changeup. 1-1.
I will be honest, Roxy, when I wanted to throw a guy a changeup, a left-handed hitter, and that was going to be my out pitch, I would throw a fastball off the plate just to show him the velocity and then come to my out pitch.
1-1. And that's down low with a changeup. 2-1 on Crawford. 0 for 5 here in game 5. 2-8-1 for the Tigers, 2-6-0 for the Mariners. The 2-1 from Kahnle. Swing and a miss, a mighty cut at a fastball. And it's 2-2 on Crawford. Last hit for the Mariners, a leadoff double by Robles in the 10th.
Crawford looking for a little redemption. He had a chance to move this game on a couple times this game.
Kahnle's 2-2. Swing out toward right center and a hit for Crawford. Over the alleyway to scoop it up is Carpenter. And a turn, staying at first as Carpenter fires the ball in, and the winning run is on. Crawford signals to open up the home half of the 15th inning.
Well, don't get your hopes up. Mariners have had 4 leadoff hitters on in these extra innings, and none of them have scored.
Randy Arozarena, right-handed batter. Short lead for Crawford, Torkelson holding. Kahnle the pitch. And that one hit him. Came up and in with a changeup. And it got him on the left arm. And now there's 2 on with nobody out. And here comes Cal Raleigh for the Mariners.
Changeup just gets away. He's going with his bread and butter. And Arozarena is not going to get out of the way of that, and you cannot do anything now with Raleigh coming up.
Second time Arozarena's been hit tonight. 2 on, nobody out. Raleigh batting left. And that's in there for a strike on a fastball. 94 from Kahnle. Cal Raleigh singled way back in the first. He is 1 for 4. He's walked twice. Batting left against the right. Crawford at second. Arozarena at first. Kahnle, the 1-strike pitch. And that's low and in with a changeup. It's 1-1.
Raleigh just showed me that he is hunting a changeup, taking that first pitch fastball right down Broadway.
1 ball, 1 strike. Cal Raleigh waits. Kahnle, check back. The pitch. Popped up, foul, backing out of play. 1-2 on Raleigh.
Kahnle going way off script right now. He just went with another fastball.
Crawford, the winning run at second. Arozarena at first, nobody out. Bottom of the 15th. Kahnle. The 1-2. Swing and a ball served out to center. Going back, making the catch straight away. Seno Meadows tagging at second. Racing to third. Crawford gets there as the relay throw gets away from the infield. Backed up in foul ground near third by Kahnle, which allows Arozarena to go to second. Crawford read it well. Tag, race to third. It was medium deep center. And Crawford runs well. Meadows going back on it, making the catch. And an error allows Arozarena to go to second. And with the open base, they're going to walk Rodriguez and take their chances with Polanco.
I don't know what Meadows was doing. I mean, for me, there's really one play. The play is trying to get the throw to third base. He throws it to the middle of the diamond. Torres does his best to try to cut it off. Baez had already gone over to try to get to the third base on a throw. So that really was an irrelevant error. It was just, I don't know what he was trying to do.
So they have loaded the bases here with one out. Crawford at third, Arozarena at second, walked intentionally Rodriguez. Polanco batting left. Infield in for the Tigers. One out. Canely, the pitch. And Polanco takes a mighty cut out in front of a changeup. It's 0-1.
Really interesting positioning. Outfield a little bit more shallow right now. But the infield corners are in. Torres is on the edge of the grass, and Baez is standing right behind the runner at second.
One strike pitch. Fastball low and away. Canely falling off on the first base side of the hill. 1-1. And keep in mind, Game 5 wasn't kind to Tommy Canely in the postseason last year. Game 5 World Series, he was the losing pitcher for the Yankees. Base is full, one out. Canely, the 1-1. And it's low and away with a changeup. It's 2-1 on Jorge Polanco. He is 0 for 5 tonight, has struck out 3 times, walked and scored the tying run back in the 7th. Canely from the set. Infield in for the Tigers. 2-1. Pulled on the ground, foul wide of first. And right behind Eric Young Jr. coaching down there for Seattle. The outfield is in as well for the Tigers, although Carpenter's playing a lot deeper than he should be in right. Base is full, one out. 2-2, bottom of the 15th inning. Canely. The pitch. And that's low and a full count on Polanco. Miss with a fastball.
All right, command hasn't been that great on this changeup. Is he going to go back to his fastball at a predictable count?
Canely ready, the 3-2. Swing and a line drive. Base hit into right field. The Mariners have walked it off. They're going to the ALCS. Crawford, who singled the lead off the home 15th, and the Seattle Mariners outlast the Tigers 3-2 in 15 innings. They will play the Blue Jays in the ALCS.
Canely put himself back against the wall, and finally Polanco timed up that changeup. 3-2, bases loaded. And the Mariners, the bullpen, the starting staff, everybody, just huge sigh of relief. Castillo gets the win in his first relief appearance. The Mariners' 4th ALCS series coming up.
A 4-hour, 58-minute, 15-inning marathon, and heartbreak for the Tigers for the second straight year, losing in a Game 5 when they had Tarek Skubal on the mound. In a division series winner-take-all, they couldn't get it done in Cleveland. Skubal was phenomenal tonight, and both pitching staffs were tremendous. The Mariners finally took advantage of that opportunity in the bottom of the 15th inning, and it's Jorge Polanco who homered twice in Game 2, and he has the walk-off hit to win this division series for the Seattle Mariners, scoring Crawford. Luis Castillo, in his first career relief appearance, is the winning pitcher, and the loss goes to Tommy Canely in a 15-inning marathon that goes to the Seattle Mariners.
Just an amazing game. So much fun to call, so much fun to watch. Great defense. Offense was a little sporadic. Timely clutch hitting was not there. I tip that my cap to the pitching was excellent.
Neither team scored since the 7th inning, and it took all the way until the 15th for the Mariners to break through. Let's send it down to Buster Olney on the field with Jorge Polanco.
Yeah, Jorge, what was it like to end that crazy game?
It's great, man. Glory to God. You know, we amazing to just get the job done and get us to the next step.
How tense was that game to play in?
It was fun, man. You know, like I said before, we kept at 'em. We kept playing hard. You know, both teams, they were playing hard too. We just kept battling, man, but we got the win. That's the most important thing.
How about the job your guys' relievers?
The what?
The relievers, how they did tonight for you. The pitchers coming out of the bullpen.
Amazing job. We were ready. You know, we were ready for this game. The guys show it, especially the pitcher. They show it. They're coming in ready. Gilbert, Castillo, those guys. It was a great game, man.
All right, congratulations. Go enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
Back to you.
All right, Buster, thank you very much. And Jorge Polanco, the walk-off hit, a hero for the Seattle Mariners in Game 2. And then he sends them to the ALCS. Seattle headed to the American League Championship Series for the first time since 2001.
I mean, this is a great team. They won the trade deadline, adding Suarez and Naylor. Got a great starting staff. And their bullpen has been really good this year. Struggled a little bit lately. But ultimately, when they needed it most. Bullpen shut it down. Castillo comes in. And was the rock for this ending of the game, and Polanco finally gets the big hit.
So the Mariners are moving on. The Tigers' season is done, and it's the Blue Jays and the Mariners in the best-of-7 ALCS, which will begin in Toronto as Seattle moves on with the walk-off hit in the bottom of the 15th inning, driving in J.P. Crawford. Seattle 3, and the Tigers 2 in 15. For my partner, Greg Olson, our producer, the Chief, John Martin, our engineer, Jack Hicks, and for Buster Olney, I'm Roxy Bernstein from T-Mobile Park in Seattle. Long night of baseball, and the Mariners finally get it done as we get into Jim Baskel in the studio with the postgame show. Jim.
All right, Roxy, Greg, thanks so much. 1995, 2000, and 2001, now here in 2025. Fourth ALCS appearance for the Seattle Mariners. For the Detroit Tigers, why take Tarek Skubal out of this game? Why? This copyrighted broadcast is presented by the Authority. The Office of the Commissioner of Baseball may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent. Coming up next in the Baseball Tonight post-game show, our game flow, a fifth and deciding game that was extended to extras. We got highlights on the other side. This is the American League Division Series on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app.